about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Miami Dolphins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
Love now to pass on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. This defense for the Dolphins, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. Inside give to Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the 27, Love. Finding Hockenson here on the out route. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there. Now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Love. And this is incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back. I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off, or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
Pass on the out route caught by Smith-Schuster. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
On the ready.
On 4th down, Love. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Ready.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot.
Mostert hit, and he drops the ball. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower post-game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Tua going to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. Looking to pass. Tua. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by a South Florida native, Patrick Peterson.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Right, 97.
Following the interception, Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. Buying time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota.
It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 22, Tua. It's brought in by Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. 6-0 our score after 1.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Yellow, line. Cut.
Now a give to Mostert running right. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The Dolphins at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Ready. Get blaster.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Right.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Wilson's got it on the crossing route.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackled him for just a short gain.
Mostert is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Some of the big boppers in the game traditionally have been safeties, and he certainly fits that mold. He lets his pads do his talking.
Ready.
Again, it's Mostert. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. Touchdown! Cedric Wilson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win, he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First down carry by Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Okay, ready?
On 2nd and 12, Love. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Love looking to throw it. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Love now. Dancing to his left. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Vikings are able to move back in front. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get it.
And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now a pass dumped off to his running back.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 2. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, blue striker.
Off the play fake, Love. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
That's taken it around the 40. 35 yards that time on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Tua, a final shot before half. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones in the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Ball red. Field black.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Mike Gesicki has really emerged as one of the Miami Dolphins' primary targets, and he can run the entire route tree. We know he's dependable in the short areas, but he can also stretch the field down the middle. A career-high 73 catches last season, and he gets another one here to move the chains.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 59 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And some room to work. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Catch made right side by Wilson. So 8 yards on the completion there, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's Mostert. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes this a 9-point game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Nwangu now from his end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Love's throw complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Dolphins have got it. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. If you got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Tariq Woolen in on the stop. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Running the counter with Mostert. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Once again, it's Mostert. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fields it right around the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From just shy of midfield, Love. That is caught by Thielen. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 27. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and forever. Here's Love. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Ready. Go. Red, strike it.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins will take over here just shy of the 30. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
That's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Though that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This one.